Tourism and Disaster, a presentation by Amanda Daniel for PAD 4391. Disasters, whether natural or man-made, can have a huge impact on an area's tourism industry. These impacts vary greatly depending on location. While some areas rarely see disaster, other areas, such as the southern United States, often experience hurricanes and other natural disasters. The West Coast is always at risk of experiencing earthquakes, and blizzards can halt travel in the Northeast. Each of these disasters can destroy tourist attractions and lead to people changing their plans and taking their money elsewhere. Disasters especially hurt areas that heavily rely on tourism as their main source of revenue. The media can sometimes make the problem even worse. During the Gulf oil spill, the media at times over-dramatized the situation, which made people avoid areas that were not actually suffering from the spill. Many people avoided the tourist towns of Panama City Beach because they believed oil was on the shores, but in reality there were only a few reports of tar balls on the beaches. The European heat wave of 2003 occurred during one of the hottest summers on record. It resulted in around 35,000 deaths across the continent. Since high temperatures in Europe are rare, many homes and businesses do not have air conditioning. This resulted in many people canceling their travel plans or changing location. Many UK residents chose to vacation in their own country instead of going on more typical vacations to France or Spain. This is a map of the temperatures in Europe during the heat wave, from the date range of July 20th to August 20th. Western Europe felt the worst of the heat wave, especially France. The parts of France shaded in dark red are areas where temperatures average 50 degrees higher than normal. Germany, Spain, and parts of the United Kingdom also saw elevated temperatures. London saw a high of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. France was hit the hardest during the heat wave, with over 14,000 deaths. Temperatures reached 104 degrees Fahrenheit continuously for a week. The media portrayed images of overcrowded hospitals and residents cooling themselves in public fountains. After these images were broadcast around the world, some people decided to cancel their plans to visit France. In some ways, the UK benefited from the heat wave, as residents decided to vacation in their own country instead of visiting foreign destinations. The Metropolitan Police Service reported multiple deaths of people who had drowned while trying to cool off from the hot temperatures. The London Eye, one of England's biggest tourist attractions, had to be closed for a day when the cabins became too hot. The European heat wave serves as a prime example of how disasters can affect the tourism industry of any country. Europe recovered from their losses during the heat wave, but other areas are not always this lucky. Poorer countries in areas such as Southeast Asia and the Caribbean generally have a harder time economically recovering and take longer to do so. While some disasters and their economic impacts can be averted, natural disasters are a fact of life that can have a devastating impact on tourism.